Hello and welcome to the Melon City Criterium. This is the 28th annual event that was held over Memorial Day weekend in Muscatine's beautiful Weed Park. I'm your commentator for today's recap of events. My name's Chad Bishop with Public Access Channel 9 right here on MPW Cable. The first event we'll be featuring is the Masters 40 Plus race that was held at about 11 a.m. on Sunday. These are some of your best master racers, all age 40 and above. There's Greg Harper, one of the featured racers. There he is, third from the right in his yellow and red Harper's jersey and uniform. He's accompanied by Bill Ford, another Melon City Cycling Club member. Both of these guys will be competing today in the event. And there's a shot of our pace car. There's Bill Harper, who'll be setting the pace in his black pace car. He's got some family members in there. They'll be circling around 14 times. Each lap is a mile, so this is a 14-mile event. They'll be racing for $400 that's divided up amongst 10 places. Looks like the field has well over 40 different competitors, all aiming to get as high of a place as possible. We'll be going back and forth between my commentary and the commentary of our field start-finish line announcers, who are going to start the race off right about now.
There we go, there's our 40 Plus underway.
And you heard it, they're off. The Masters 40 Plus event at the Melon City Criterium as they whiz by the camera up the hill towards the Weed Park entrance to start this grueling event.
Okay, so here comes our Toyota pace car rolling through. We'll see what these guys look like on their first lap through this men's 40 Plus field. And look at this, we got somebody in the front trying to put it to the field, and it looks like Clark Creevy from Webster City, Iowa, stringing this field out right away. Scott Wall from Ames in the mix.
Approaching 30 miles an hour as they come down this straightaway here, Ben.
And I see Paul Nilsson right in the middle of the field from Madison, Wisconsin, riding for Brazen Dropout, so we got a good representation of the Midwest there. And what did you say our speed was, Jay?
Right at 30.
Okay, heads up as our Toyota pace car comes through start-finish. Let's see if that attack by Clark Creevy did any good. It looks like the field all together again, though.
Hard to get away on that downhill when you got that many people behind you.
It is, but a good effort by Clark Creevy trying to light things up already today. So give him a cheer as they come through start-finish. This 40-plus field strung out single file, looking good as the speed reads 26 miles an hour on our radar gun.
And now, with 11 laps to go, the Masters 40 Plus race here at the Melon City Criterium is going strong. The riders are strung out now as the pace seems to have quickened. Flying by the camera there at about 30 miles per hour. As you can see, they got up to 25, 26 there. Winding around the bend of our beautiful Weed Park here in Muscatine, Iowa. 10 laps to go brought much of the same. As a leader there looks back, checking to see the field. You can tell they're aggressively pounding away at the pedals right now. Not leaving much to chance, seeing if they can break the field up a little bit on this very hot Memorial Day weekend ride. Now these racers have come from all over the country. 27 different states have been represented. There's a good angle. Blue and red jersey, attempting to do some tactical maneuvers around this switchback turn at Weed Park to get some distance on the group, but everybody's in hot pursuit. There's a teammate cheering on the leader. Just has a couple of seconds on the group. There's Greg Harper right there in the yellow and red. He's currently in third place. However, with 8 laps to go, there was still plenty of time left and too early to tell how things are going to end up. And then it came down to 7 laps, with our leader in the front there, right of the screen. Those other 2 riders are actually been lapped, so they're sort of out of contention at this point, but hanging in, trying to get a good workout and maybe learn some things from this race they can take with them later on. As the group flies by again, sticking together there. Bill Ford and Greg Harper again are the Melon City riders who are in contention. Now there's a new leader. That looks like John Meehan. He's a rider from the Iowa City Cycling Club. Among many of the regional riders here, they're heading down Weed Park Hill right now. This is a chance for them to regroup, catch their breath, think about what they're going to do on the grueling uphill portion of the Weed Park race. And then with 5 laps to go, yet another leader change. These three trying to make a bit of a breakaway, but as you can see, the pack was still right on their tail and not giving them much room to work with. 4 laps to go into this 14-mile event for the Masters 40 Plus. These guys are racing for the top 10 places. They're strung out now in single file, which means that the pace is definitely aggressive, and these guys are trying to make some moves. 3 laps to go. There's Bill Ford in the front, Melon City Cycling Club member. Apparently he chose lap number 3 as a time that he'd get a little bit of the glory and break things up a bit, keep everybody guessing. Still on lap 3 there, you can see a wide shot of the race and some of the fans and spectators who are watching this exciting cycling action in the Masters 40 Plus category Memorial Day weekend. Now just 2 to go. This is it. This is the time when these guys need to make up their minds, make some decisions, decide what they're going to do and when they're going to do it, gauging how much energy they have left.
Go! Let's hear it for these riders. One to go, John. One to go. Who wants to make it happen? Who's going to get it? Come on, 184. Get a wheel there, buddy.
1 lap to go. These guys strung out at the front, punching up wider in the back.
Right behind you, Eric, on the hill. One rider's making an attack on the hill. It looks like he might hold them off. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! He's got first. It's number 154.
And Paul Nelson in second, and Scott Wall in third.
Nice job. Scott Wall always out there. I believe that was Joe Oliveira.
So it looks like Joe Oliveira, maybe, from Oakley, California, winning it with Paul Nelson coming through in second unofficially, and Scott Wall from Ames, Iowa in third.
And now, here we are at the Senior Men's Category 4 race that was held immediately following the Masters 40 Plus. You were listening to Chad Bishop. I'm guiding you through some of the highlights today, and this was actually my race that I entered in, along with teammates Adam Price and Tyree Williams. We're all 3 competing as Senior 4s at the Melon City Criterium. This is a 14-lap race, equivalent to 14 miles. Around Weed Park on this very hot and humid day. We'll be competing for the top 10 places, and we'll be competing for $400. Right now there are 57 people, however, who all are seeking the same thing, and that's to win this, or at least place as high as possible on the rankings. The referees and judges right now are giving us instructions, getting us ready. A lot going through your head at a time like this as you're not quite sure what to expect, what kind of race it's going to be. And now we're going to listen in to the announcers as they get the race started.
Okay, there goes our Category 4 racer field taking off. The official giving them warnings for ducks and speed bump crossings. So little technical aspects to this course out there that the riders are going to be dealing with.
That's right, here they come. This is a big field, so they're going to be all strung out, and we've got 1 rider at the front.
This is a 1-place preem for a tire, a Hutchinson's tire, a 1-place preem for a tire. 1-place preem for a tire. Bontrager Race Light tire, 1-place preem.
1-place preem, gentlemen, 1-place preem on this lap. We have 2 riders at the front there, gapping him off on that hill. All right, who wants it? We got 1 rider clearly away. Looks like
Bontrager tire, 1 place.
Looks like athlete by design rider number 58. Ryan Merrill from Chicago riding for ABG. Alley, 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 alley. Hiya, 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 hiya.
Jay will let me know when we'll ring that bell. Probably won't be quite yet, but look at this. We've got 1 rider off the front of this Category 4 field. All right, let's give him a hand. Number 13. Number 13, Douglas Clausen there.
All right, guys.
Believe that Austin Master Allison's scored. And who's Austin Allison? I don't know if I'm getting a good ribbon, but we better see a massive attack out of it.
All right, look at this field like suffering already early in this race. We were showing 11 laps to go, and we have the field breaking apart here big time. So let's cheer them on, keep them together.
Is that an athlete by design rider, Ben, that I see? Still hard to say, I'm not quite sure. And I'm not sure if he's off the front by himself. He's not an ABD rider. Number 23, looking rather comfortable. Timothy Robish from St. Louis. Well, playing number 48 there, Watson, Massive, attack, Allison. Looks like he's trying to bridge up to the group there.
3-place preem. All right, riders, we got a 3-place preem. 3-place preem, first place, box of goo. 3-place preem, box of goo, $10 and a pack of Oreos. 3-place preem.
Including cash, that's a 3-place
Box of goo, $10 and an Oreo cookie.
3-place preem, including cash.
Just a second, now we're going together, you guys. All right. A little wobbling at the front there, Jay. Trying that one rider from Great Dane Club of Madison getting bumped into the curb. So thanks again to Wayne Pepper tipping in $10 for that premium. That really helped pump up the excitement here.
And now here we are with 7 laps to go in the senior Category 4 race. On Public Access Channel 9 here, watching the highlights of the Melon City Criterium. Pace car going by there, and you can see one of the racers is picking up a little bit of a lead on the group here. The group still contains about 30 racers. Now remember, 57 originally started, so approximately half the group has either succumbed to a crash and or opted not to finish the race due to maybe their conditioning wasn't quite up to par, or they fell too far behind to get back in the race. But there's still 30 people racing, and now with 6 laps to go, you can see a leader change. Rider in the yellow has making up some room, and the former leader is following closely behind. And now here comes our senior 4s treading up the Weed Park Hill. Very long, steady hill. Takes a lot out of you, especially on a hot day like this. But we're following in pursuit and making the switchback turn there as we finish up lap 6. And now looking at another angle, 1 lap later with 5 to go, we are climbing the hill. And this is one of the hardest parts, obviously, of the course, is to make this hill. On the left, there's Chad Bishop making a little bit of a move, climbing up in the yellow and red Melon City Harper's jersey, hanging steady with this group. And continuing on as we have just 4 laps left to go here. And whizzing by the camera, making one of the switchback turns there. Now the group has formed again. Nobody's got a lead. Everybody's taking it fairly easy here because of the heat, and that there are still 3 laps to go. Still a little early yet for anybody to make a huge move. The riders are still feeling each other out and making some last-minute decisions here. Now let's rejoin the announcers as they bring home the final 2 laps of the Melon City Criterium Senior Cat 4 race.
All right, we've got 1 rider going clear. Let's hear from his come to start finish. 1 rider trying to make something happen in this race. He's got about a 2-second jump here. Number 3 is going to get the ball. Number 3 over the ball.
We got a rider off the front and a bunch of shaky hands. Everybody will see who's going to close the gap.
Run to go, riders, run to go. 1 lap left in this race. And 1 rider off the front.
Who's going to come around in the lead of this men's Category 4 race? Keep your eyes peeled and look at what we've got going. We have a full-on field sprint. Everybody's eyes on here. Who's got for it? People are looking around at the front. Oh my gosh! It's number 21 takes it at the line and blows this field up there on the last lap.
We had a little bit of dissension there in the 4th, 5th there. Someone was not too happy about some action that went on.
A little looking around. All right, let's hear from these guys. They come through start finish. Nice job, guys. Way to ride a good race.
All right, Bruce.
And the racing continued with the Women's Open. at the Melon City Criterium that occurred on Memorial Day weekend, right here in Muscatine's beautiful Weed Park. Competitors, spectators, and fans alike enjoyed a hot day, but one that was exciting and filled with much cycling action. As the results came in, competitors would check to see how they did and to receive their payouts if they happen to be winners of their events.
So you have a feeling that wind is going to be more of a factor as the day wears on.
After the Women's Open, the Citizens races began, and the boys and girls aged 5 and 6 were first up on the line. This race featured 7 different competitors, and a couple from right here in Muscatine, including Anna Hendrickson and Allison Harper. A lot of the competitors seen here have parents who have raced earlier in the day or are going to race later on, and this is a good opportunity to get their children excited about the sport and give them something to look forward to as they watch their parents race today. The lap bike of Greg Harper is set, and now let's see how they do.
And they're off the 5-6-year-old race. Being led out of the way by number 79 in the mighty white basket. Shadowed closely by number, I believe, 78. He's got a mean eye, too. He keeps looking over his shoulder. Going into the far corner. This is going to be quite the race, folks.
Looks like Anna Hendrickson of Muscatine came in first and Allison Harper of Muscatine second, followed by Charlie Hill of Wheaton, Illinois. And the Category 5 racing action continued at the Melon City Criterium with more citizens races. Here 2 groups have been combined, ages 7 and 8 boys and girls, along with 9 to 11 aged boys and girls are both competing. Totaling 24 different competitors are lined up here today, including competitors like Abigail Ford from Illinois City, whose dad's been racing today for the Melon City Bike Club, not to mention Ian Hendrickson and Seth Moore of Muscatine and Michelle Timpson of Durant, all racing in the 7 to 8 age grouping. In the 9 to 11, we have some featured riders including Nicole Harper, Chase Harper, and Paige Harper, all of Muscatine and relatives of Harper's Cycling and Fitness, and Brianna Meeker and Ellie Jocelyn, also of Muscatine. Other riders coming from Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Illinois, and the Quad Cities are here, competing alongside our local favorites, and we'll tune in now and see how they do and who wins these 2 exciting citizens races.
All right, ready? And they're off! All right, let's hope they keep it clean going into that corner. I'm having remembrances of the Cat 4 and 5 race I just did the other day, leaving from Wapello, and I think these guys are riding much better.
All right, heads up, everybody. You got finishers. This race on the good line.
Even though number 70.
After all of the competitors had crossed the finish line, awards and trophies were handed out. Jake Vanderhorst of Pella, Iowa won his boys and girls age 7-8 category, and Benjamin Stone of Wisconsin won that boys and girls 9-11 group. All the local riders did very well, including 4th place finishes by Abigail Ford and Nicole Harper. And the racing action continued. with the Category 5 Citizens races, with this race featuring men 35 and older. This race was of particular interest to the local spectators because there were many local riders, including Bill Ford, Joe Mann, Bill Harper, Jeremy Epping, and John Salzberger, all racing for the Melon City Cycling Club here on Memorial Day weekend bike races. The field had 11 total riders lined up for a 7-lap, 7-mile race around Weed Park to conclude the Category 5 Citizens races for the day. All these riders getting set, having raced and trained against each other all season. It's interesting to see them now get a chance to compete in front of an audience here at Weed Park. After the first lap, the pace car whizzes by the podium area there, and all 11 riders were able to hang on with the pace with 6 laps now to go. But with 5 to go, as you can see the pace car whizzing by the podium area, Bill Ford makes a huge move and breaks a wide open gap in the field. The chase group now quite a ways back. Joe Mann leading up the chase and breaking things open. Some of the riders still coming in, trying to make up for that huge lead that Bill had started. And as you can see, 1 lap later, he still has it. We lapse time a little bit to show you who's in the chase group there. Jeremy Epping and Bill Harper, Joe Mann still following with 3 laps to go. Same story, Bill Ford all by himself as he crosses the line. And the chase group now down to just 5. Doing what they can to keep things under control. With 1 lap to go though, Bill Ford does not let up. If anything, he turns it up a notch, wanting to make sure to come out with a victory for the Melon City Cycling Club. Further down the road, Joe Mann is seen here, chasing Bill, making a breakaway of his own, hoping to get a 2nd place finish. With 1 lap to go, a group of 4 riders following him, trying to wrap this thing up. And now here comes Bill Ford behind the pace car towards the finish line, all by himself. Completely broke this one wide open as he secures the win in this men's Category 5 event. Followed by Joe Mann, seen there crossing the line in 2nd. And then Bill Harper came in 4th for that race. The race is concluded at the Melon City Criterium with the featured event. This is the men's Pro Cat 1 and 2 category. Features professional riders and riders who are Category 1 and 2 of all ages. This year at the Criterium, we were fortunate to have the Toyota United Pro cycling team in attendance. 5 of their riders were here all weekend competing, and that's quite the honor to have professional riders grouped in, along with some of the regional riders of the Categories 1 and 2. While no Muscatine riders are Cat 1 and 2 currently, there are quite a few riders from Iowa City and the Quad Cities areas who are in this race. This is a 40-lap race around Weed Park, approximately 40 miles long. Takes about an hour and a half to complete that event. And this year, approximately 120 different racers from across the country, over 27 states, came to Muscatine to race for cash prizes totaling $3,600. Now the Toyota United Pro team is seen here in the red, white, and blue jersey. There's one of their members who made a pretty large breakaway well over halfway into the race, followed by the chase group. Again, it started with 120, and as you'll see, the numbers dwindled a little bit as the race progressed, as some racers just couldn't quite make it the whole 40 laps due to the intensity and the pace that some of the leaders were drumming up for this race. The race turned out to be an extraordinary event for all those fans and spectators in attendance, a rare opportunity to witness professional cycling right here in Muscatine, Iowa. As expected, the Toyota Pro United team put one of their men in the front to win a very hard-earned victory here at the Melon City Criterium.